Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I lost a tooth. I don't know if you heard. Abdool, congratulations on your third speech.
Thank you, sir.
Here's what I think you do very well as a speaker. First thing Abdool does is it's slow, it's easy to follow. Second thing I like is his clear words and word choice. I'm going to give some recommendations, being that this is a speech for your daughter's wedding. You talked to me earlier and said I'm allowed to trash you, so thank you, I will.
Oh no.
No, I'm
That's
kidding.
okay.
Yeah. Here's a few things that will help you in the speech, and if you invite us all, we'll get to hear it. First thing I would do is when you're introduced from the Master of Ceremonies, I'm sure everybody's going to know who you are. I wouldn't reintroduce yourself. Just come up and start your speech right away. That's going to give the best impact. Also, what I would do is stay away from saying things like "I would like to," because you're going to do it anyway, even though you're saying "I would like to." So thank you all for coming, rather than "I would like to thank you all for coming." Just thank you all for coming. It's right to the point, and there's no need to say those things. I would also like, when you're talking about Amanda, now it's her day, it's her wedding, is to actually say Amanda and as if you're talking to her. So Amanda, I'm really proud of you, or Amanda, this is your day, something to those effects. And there will be times that you want to maybe talk to some of the people that are in there, but it is her day, so she should be the main focus to it. And I would also suggest that in the case where you started to talk about I remember when, actually tell a few stories about Amanda or something that happened, that it can be a personal touch, and then you don't actually have to read it. I find you're more effective as a speaker when you're just talking. And this should be your opportunity. Just remember the event, practice the event, and then just tell the story. It's going to mean a lot. It'll be more effective that way. And you don't have to worry about trying to memorize a lot of stuff. You live the life. Only her and you, maybe a few other people, are going to know if you're wrong. So it's okay. I think that would make it a little bit more interesting. I would also suggest add a little bit of appropriate humor when you can. I've talked to you. I know your sense of humor and your face lights up and you're able to tell the story. Go ahead. I don't think it has to be a serious. Does it have to be a serious speech?
No, it doesn't have to.
No. Do people know Abdool? He's pretty funny, easy to get along with. Yeah, that's what I think Amanda would really appreciate. Tell the stories, add a little bit of humor. There was one point where you talked about how proud you and your wife are, and you always wanted the best. I think that's an opportunity for a joke. You know, we always wanted the best, so we got Chris. I don't know, something like that. Chris is the name of the room. Something just to lighten it up a little bit, and of course at the end, then you can tie it back with the sincerity and welcome back to the family. I think there's an opportunity maybe to take out some of it. The words here, and I was lucky enough to have the words, so I didn't have to listen, but I did. When you get to the part about Amanda, tell a few stories. I think that would be the most effective thing for you.
For example, like, what can I, like?
You know, in here you talk about watching her grow up or graduating. Maybe there's a time when she had difficulty at something, or you had to give her advice on something, or a funny story. I don't know if you want to talk about maybe a past boyfriend. That might be inappropriate. I don't know, something.
I can't. She will kill me.
I think the gist of it is keep it light, keep it a little bit humorous, keep the stories to relate to her, and I think above all, Abdool should remember that this is her day, and really focus on her. But what I liked is the message that you said about share your joys, much love. That's a very strong point. I would keep that on page 3, but make it personal and just make it as if you're having a conversation in some of the parts of it.
Okay.
Right. I look forward to seeing the video.
I see you. Thank you.